Hi, I'm Diana DeRosa, and I'm speaking with David Baker, who lives in Oregon and is the director of the documentary, The Wonder and the Worry. What a wonderful name. But I really want to know what inspired you to create this film.
Well, thanks, Diana. And yes, this film came out of I teach a class at Oregon State University on nonfiction storytelling and documentary filmmaking. And Chris Johns, who is a noted alum, was a guest of that class during COVID. It was a time when we were online and not a lot of exciting things happening for students to, be taking a class online. So I thought it would be interesting to get this National Geographic photographer to come in and talk to our students. And the lecture that he was giving, as he zoomed in from Montana, his home, was on how to find a subject for your story. And within a few minutes, I don't know if the students had learned anything about finding subjects, but I had found a subject for the next project after hearing about Chris's experiences and life story. So from there, it turned into, it was going to be a short profile, but then it turned into a feature-length film when I started to learn how extraordinary his life is and his legacy with his daughter's career kind of following in his footsteps.
Yeah, definitely fascinating. I mean, just the word National Geographic is fascinating. So I really enjoyed watching your film. All right, so now people have watched your film. What would you like them to take away, and what did you take away from it?
Yeah, I think one of the big takeaways, and I always put things in the perspective of students of, how challenging this work is, and it's always been difficult. And I know your experience in photography, what a challenge it is to kind of follow your passion and to make the living and everything. So one of the big takeaways that I hope that folks have is that it's still worth it. It's still important work. It's difficult, and it's always been difficult and challenging, and it might be harder now than it has been in the past, but it's still worth doing, and it can make a difference. And hopefully Chris and Louise's stories emphasize that.
You know, photography is difficult, but the memories, the fact that you can look at those photos later and remember where you took them or what you did is a wonderful, gift. Do you have any last words you'd like to say before we close this chapter?
I would just like to say what an honor it is to have been able to screen as part of the International Film Festival and among all of these great films. And I just would like to offer anybody who's looking to continue this work and to do nonfiction storytelling and filmmaking to encourage them to pursue it because it really does make a difference. It can shed light on important issues and really appreciate the audience's attention.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing this wonderful film with us. And I'm Diana DeRosa reporting for the Tryon International Film Festival.
Thanks, Diana.